It's Nori Nori with LoudGenius.com here on the red carpet at the Tribeca Film Festival 2017 for National Geographic's first scripted series, Genius.
LoudGenius.com.
It's Nori Nori. We are live here for LoudGenius.com on the red carpet for Genius. T.R. Knight standing right next to me, playing J. Edgar Hoover in this film, in this TV series. Talk to us about getting into this role. He was the nemesis for a lot of people, and he spied on a lot of people. So coming into this role,
and a lot of people that he hated were assassinated.
True.
JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King Jr. It's frightening when you start reading and discover things that. Anyway, it's just frightening. It's frightening. Like, what don't we know? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist by nature, but you to his determination, his fanaticism, with when he hated somebody and wanted them gone. It's just. Is it a coincidence?
How was it to play such a character, a notorious character of that nature? How was it going into that role for you?
Well, it was a wonderful character because he was a real guy and he was motivated by whatever reasons. So it was really trying to find the human behind him. And there are many other aspects of him. I can understand it's very difficult in science when one person gets all the credit for all the work done by other scientists, and that was really the genesis of his envy.
So when you came into this role, what was your school background like? Were you good at math? Was it kind of your thing, or were you more so like, oh my gosh, because when I think of physicists, I think of numbers and relativity and all of these things, special relativity, general relativity. So how was that thinking inside the mind of these geniuses and bringing that aspect to life?
I mean, I was all right at school. I was a bit of a swot at school, but I can never claim to have a mind at all like Einstein or Albert Einstein. But what I tried to do was, for them talking about science was like flying. It was so easy, it was so fluid. So I had to try and find a way of kind of likening that to something I can fly about. But I can't do it about physics at all. I can just get by. But.
Tell us about the young Elsa Einstein, what this character was like for you and getting into this role, especially being that you had to really kind of go through the growing pains of it all.
Yeah, well, I think that the beginning of the relationship was pretty spicy. I mean, he was still with his first wife, and I think that they had a bond because they knew each other as cousins, as children, and I think that she provided understanding about his divorce and the fact that his marriage was difficult at the time, and they really loved each other. I mean, I think it was a very romantic friendship. I think that they really had a very, very unique and special bond.
So I've followed you throughout the years, and you've played more humble, meeker, quieter role. So this role, I feel like, was a little different for you. Was it different for you, and kind of being more of the bad guy, so to speak?
Yeah, it was. It was challenging in so many ways. For that reason, for the reason that he ages 40 years. So working with prosthetics, and the prosthetics teams was genius. They're amazing. Genius. I use that.
Yeah,
I didn't do that. Anyway, so working through that, which is almost like mask work. Not to sound like a dorky actor, but and also playing someone who was 20 years, because I kind of do 20 years one way and 20 years the other way from where I am right now at 44. And so that also, playing that on camera this close is very different than on stage.
So I know you've been out and being an actress for a while now. What was the most challenging part for this character, for this role?
I felt a huge responsibility to do right by Mileva Maric. The fact that she has been snubbed by history, the fact that she was kind of chewed up and spat out, really, it weighed on me to respect her and do her justice. And the fact, she has a limp and she was born with a congenital hip misalignment. I wanted that to be authentic and respectful, not a kind of Quasimodo pastiche of her. And I wanted to do right by her, and so that was the responsibility. I felt I haven't had that before.
This is Loud Genius, where culture speaks. So we speak. We are the voice of the culture. So if you were a loud genius, what does that look like for you?
Arrogance.
I'm not mad.
My name is T.R. Knight.
I'm Gwendolyn Ellis.
Hello, my name is Michael McElhatton,
Samantha Colley.
and I'm watching Loud Genius.
Loud Genius.
And you are watching LoudGenius.com.